Hello, fellow Robo Capitals. Hope you're well. So I was just watching the screen and I noticed everything is crashing. I mean, tech is crashing, gold is crashing, Bitcoin is crashing. And I thought, what the heck is going on? So I know Zero Hedge just had an article, but they don't have any conclusions. I don't know if it was Microsoft earnings. I don't know what is happening, but I wanted to do a live stream and kind of walk through this with you guys in real time. I don't know, maybe we can figure this out right now. So let's go over to CNBC and you guys will see exactly what I'm referring to. Or actually, let's look at some charts here. PSLV, will use that as a proxy for silver. Down, let me do a daily chart here. Look at this. It's like all of a sudden you just hit a cliff, just a wily coyote moment to the point where, I mean, it's all over the place, but right now it's down 7% on the day. Look at this jump around now, 7.32%. I mean, holy cow, this is some serious volatility. And let's go over to the GDXJ. That's just getting smoked as well. Down, so I'm all over the place, but right around the same, call it 7% or so. But even gold is down big. I mean, taking it on the chin. Microsoft sinks 11%. 11% from Microsoft in one day is huge. Wow. And check this out. Let's go over to gold. Hanging pretty tough. But look at the intraday highs. That's what we got to focus on. Look at this chart. It was up right over 5,500. Now I'll have to pat myself on the back because if you guys have been watching my videos consistently lately, I said if we had a close over 5,000, that I think it's going straight to 5,500. But now it looks like it might be going straight back to 5,000. I mean, look at this chart. What the hell happened at 10 a.m. Eastern? Something. I mean, I don't know if it was just, I know Microsoft, that's why it's down huge. It posted, I believe, poor earnings. I mean, again, I'm just spitballing here. I'm just thinking this through, trying to figure it out in real time with you guys along for the ride. But something huge is happening. Maybe it was just everyone was leveraged long everything because, silver, gold, it's all going to the moon, the S&P 500, the Mag 7, AI, you name it. And all of a sudden you just had one little straw that broke the camel's back, maybe Microsoft, and it's just everyone is deleveraging. By the way, talk about deleveraging. Let's look at Bitcoin. Look at this, down 5.35%. But if you think that's bad, look at MicroStrategy. MicroStrategy. I mean, I know we were talking about this like 3 months ago. And full disclosure, I made quite a bit of money on the short side of MicroStrategy. I had a pairs trade on with long Bitcoin, short MicroStrategy. So I was pocketing the spread. And that was the gift that kept on giving. I was making like 1% a day on that. It was absolutely insane. If you want more insider intel like that, you can check out Rebel Capital's Pros, where I talk about this stuff daily, and I go over my trade alerts, and there with Chris McIntosh, Brent Johnson, Patrick Stresn, etc. Josh, go ahead and put a link in the description and in the chat. But let's look at a chart here. Trading View. We're going to do micro, or I guess it's called strategy now. It's ridiculous. They've got a great strategy on how to lose money. That's for sure. Or how to get your share price to plummet in the last year. Although, to be fair, you look at a chart of the last 5 years, it's up like 1,000%. Look at almost down 10% on the day. Whoa. I mean, look at a 6-month chart. I mean, I said 5 years, it's up 1,000%. I guess not. It's only up 135%, which is good, but I mean, look at this. It went from 434 like 6 months ago. And now it's 143. And I mean, your next support is here at 114, 128 in this zone. I mean, I haven't done a lot of math on this, but at a certain point, you've got to ask, okay, when is he in trouble? I'm talking about Saylor. Obviously, he can't issue any more equity. He's going to have to do these preferreds or some sort of financial engineering. He can't just issue shares because that's going to tank it even further. And I don't know what his discount to NAV is right now, but it's got to be substantial. Wow, down 10% on the day. And it doesn't look like it's rebounding. I mean, like I said, everything is tanking. Everything. Let's go over to CNBC and see if we can see some. Actually, Zero Hedge had this, which is a good title. Tech Rex at the open started it. Okay, so they're blaming this catalyst on probably Microsoft. Keep an eye on the mega tech cap names today. I mean, look at this chart. Okay, but something happened right around 10 o'clock. U.S. equities puked as the cash market opened. Yeah, and another reason why I'm really, I don't know if concerned is the right word, but this is something I'm really paying attention to, is look at the dollar. You see, dollar does the same thing. Right at 10 o'clock, it just boom, straight up. And I'll bet you, I didn't look at it, but I'll bet you the 10-year treasury did the same thing. Oh, well, the opposite, yields going down. So right here, 9:45, it starts going. And then 10 o'clock, boom, straight down. Yeah, see, something happened in addition. If I wonder when Microsoft announced, but let's keep reading here. NASDAQ erasing overnight gains rapidly. You can say that again. As losses in Microsoft accelerated. Crypto followed with Bitcoin crashing to its lowest levels since December 18. That was 85, but I mean, this was a half hour ago. Now it's 84, so it's down, called another $1,000 maybe. Say 200 million in levered crypto longs liquidated in the past 30 minutes. There's the chart of gold, but when we checked in just 2 minutes ago, gold was getting down to 5,100. And see, it happened right at 10 o'clock. Well, I don't know what time zone they're on here, but it was 10 o'clock Eastern. And that's all they have. And for now, we see no headline-driven catalyst for this break. And Zero Hedge, obviously, they monitor everything. So they're saying they don't even see a catalyst. I mean, something had to happen. Let's go back to CNBC and see if we can refresh and get, okay, Microsoft. Yeah, we know that.
Right now, everyone in the comments is saying to look at the chart of gold and silver because it's absolutely dumping as you speak.
Okay, so we've got gold at 52. I mean, silver, let's look at that. Yeah, I mean, that's what I looked at right at the beginning of the video. I'll just keep going back and forth here till we figure this out. I mean, look at this. It was up over 120. And right there you go. Right just before. It starts at 9:30. Then at 10 o'clock is when it really just hits the Wile E. Coyote moment. To where now it's down. I mean, it's almost, I don't know what this is talking. I think they're doing it in 24 hours. Let's go back to PSLV because that's going to be based on the normal open and close of markets. Let me refresh here. Yeah, I mean, here you go, 10 o'clock, just right off a cliff. Let's look at the juniors again. About the same as silver. And I believe as of today, yeah, this is real time. So I mean, I'm at a loss. Something. Let's look at oil. Oil prices rise. Let's see if they actually. What happened at 10 o'clock with oil? Oil dumps at 10 o'clock. So if it was something in the Middle East, you would get oil wouldn't dump. I mean, I don't know, Josh. What do you think? Literally everything is crashing. I mean, I'm assuming it's just kind of a flash crash deal, and people will just start buying the dip, or the algos will buy the dip, and by the close of the day, we'll probably be back to close to where we were. But this is really bizarre. I mean, look at S&P doing the same thing. Let's look at daily on the S&P. Well, that's not good. I still got my taco trade on as well. Fortunately, I'm long TLT, might offset this. And the only thing that's not tanking, thank goodness. And again, this is an advantage being a Rebel Capitalist Pro member because you get my trade alerts. And believe it or not, they're pretty good. I'll bet you my batting average is. It's been very, very good the last year or so. I'll bet I'm batting 75%. But anyway, one thing that I bought the other day that I told members was SRUUF. I actually bought it a couple times. No, that's tanking. It was up. It was way up on the day. So there you go, George. You got to, that'll teach you to pat yourself on the back before you check the price. Fortunately, my price, my cost basis on this is what, $21.90. So, okay, I'm still up here, but I thought this was up on the day. And sure enough, it's following suit right there at 10 o'clock, right around 10 o'clock. I mean, something. There had to be some news event that CNBC doesn't even know about yet. Josh, are you seeing anything else?
I have not seen anything in the news.
I mean, I keep refreshing. Let's go back to Zero Hedge and refresh and see if they've got something new. No. Huh. Wow. Well, let's go back to precious metals here. My goodness, gold. I mean, it was over 5,500 like an hour ago. Look, gold nears 5,600. They can't even keep track. It's happening so fast. I'm talking about the CNBC headlines. Look at this. Gold nears 5,600. Really? No, it's nearing 5,000. And look, silver blazes past 120. Might want to update this, CNBC, because now it's blazing down to 108. Copper's still up on the day. Well, I don't know, Josh. Let's hang out for another 5 minutes or so, and I'll keep trying to refresh. But I'm lost. Like I wish I could sit there and tell you guys exactly what's happening, but I mean, I'm not going to make something up. That's just to rationalize while we're seeing this. I mean, we did have the Microsoft earnings disappoint. So I guess that, AI, everything's coming out of the AI bubble. That at the end of the day, that is the S&P 500 is, because the Mag 7 makes up most of the S&P 500. So if we're starting to see the air come out of the AI bubble, that could really trigger a sell-off in everything. That would make sense. But it doesn't make sense why it happened all at 10 o'clock, because I believe Microsoft reported before the opening bell. Let me research that here. Okay, so Microsoft drop and Xbox content runner harvest. Microsoft shares crash. But see, that was at the US Open, or the open of the US markets, excuse me. The markets open at 9:30. So again, it doesn't explain this huge move down at 10. And I don't know that Microsoft, I mean, I get it that if the air is coming out of the AI bubble, that's going to really have an impact on risk assets. I can see that really playing into Bitcoin risk assets. I can see that playing into MicroStrategy. I can see that playing into silver, but gold, I don't really see that. And then the dollar, why would that move the dollar so much? Let's go back to Zero Hedge and refresh. I mean, maybe it's just an unexplicable algo flash crash. I mean, I'm sure as the day goes on, there's going to be news that rises to the surface that explains this. Looks like Bitcoin's kind of coming back up a little bit. Ugh. Yeah, I mean, barely. I guess if you want to call that coming back up, maybe that's a little optimistic. I mean, usually when you get these big, huge crashes like this and you get a pullback, or just it's like a dead cat bounce. And it's like people taking profits, shorts taking profits, whatever. And usually it gets back up to here or so, then comes back down again. If I was day trading, which I don't, that's kind of what I'd expect to see. Let's go back to MicroStrategy. That was insane. Yeah, they're a little bit. I mean, it's kind of following Bitcoin where you get a little bit of a dead cat bounce, but yikes, you're still. I mean, you're down $15 on the day. Jeez. Let's go back to yields. Yeah. So those are going back to where they were. Let's see the S&P 500 if that's going back to where it was. No. No. Yeah, in fact, it just turned down again. So gold now 51.56, silver 108. Let's refresh to see any news. I don't see anything. Yeah. Well, stay tuned, guys. Something big happened. Something big. And it's going to be really interesting to see if we get a rebound to where this is like a flash crash and we're right back to where we started at the end of the day today at the close, or if it continues to go down, maybe this wasn't a flash crash, and maybe it's the air finally coming out of the AI bubble, and everything was tied to that. It's like an inverted pyramid, right? Where everything is just sitting on the Mag 7, and the Mag 7 is sitting on the AI narrative. And once you take that Jenga puzzle piece, you know, out of the game, or once you pull out that Jenga puzzle piece, just everything crashes down. Because obviously, you know, there was a component of risk taking in the price of gold and the price of silver, and obviously the price of crypto and everything else. Maybe even the price of oil. I don't know. I don't know. That's all I got right now. We're going to have to see how this plays out. Definitely going to be an exciting day with some tremendous volatility. So I will do another video at the end of the day to try to wrap things up and just figure out what on earth just happened. If you guys want more insider intel and access to my real-time trade alerts, along with model portfolios from Lynn Alden and Chris McIntosh, we got Brent Johnson in there, Patrick Serezna. You can check out Rebel Capitalist Pro, and I think Josh already put a link in the chat and in the description. Okay, guys, on that bombshell, enjoy the rest of your afternoon. We'll probably see you back here in a couple hours. Make sure you're standing up for freedom, liberty, free market capitalism, and we'll see you in the next video.